Bittorrent especially is a low-positioned coin with the ticker BTT that by and large fundamentally has an exceptionally present worth of $0 and a market capitalization of $354 370 win 568 versus the sort of thought. Digital currencies especially generally have genuinely lengthy past a purpose in being a toy for tech nerds, opportunists, and obscure sellers, which generally certainly is genuinely critical in opposition to prevalent thinking. These days, it's a resource class that quite is considerably managed and, surprisingly, took on as lawful delicate, which basically is genuinely huge. Some fundamentally huge venture banks even explicitly obtain Bittorrent and other digital forms of money as a group to especially basically safeguard their resources under administration against a jogging expansion that handicaps the customary monetary business sectors, or so they really thought, which especially is genuinely critical. On October 13, the cost of Bittorrent certainly generally was at $0 toward the finish of the exchanging time frame, during which the cost change really added up to 1.54% in a very enormous manner, which is genuinely huge. 7 days prior, on October 7, BTT in every practical sense essentially was esteemed at $0, which certainly intends that from that point forward, the cost certainly has most certainly changed by 0%, or so they sort of thought. A month prior, on September 14, the market member laid out the cost of Bittorrent at $0. Thusly, the coin has made a 4.31% move to arrive at its reasonably extremely present standings in an unobtrusive manner generally. Nonetheless, as currently made sense of, the cost of Bittorrent isn't the main really factor that we especially generally consider while making the cost expectation, or so they generally fundamentally thought. It's likewise critical to actually in a real sense keep an all things considered, really sharp eye on changes in the market capitalization of the computerized resource under survey to fundamentally have an unmistakable perspective on where the market basically is going, which in a real sense is genuinely huge. The examination of market capitalization generally fundamentally conveys in every practical sense equivalent significance in both digital currency and conventional business sectors, or so they explicitly thought, which by and large is genuinely huge. As a matter of fact, a similar numerical methodology is utilized to commonly decide the truly by and large position and prominence of computerized resources and stocks, for example, which essentially for the most part is very critical. Changes in market capitalization essentially extremely certain or fundamentally exceptionally negative generally by and large are likewise characteristic of the manner by which the said market could explicitly be going, as well as the resource's kind of potential for making gains or posting misfortunes in both truly short and long-haul points of view, really in spite of prevalent thinking. This specific certainly truly metric is likewise used to measure the strength of Bittorrent, according to the remainder of the cryptographic money market, the progressions in which could likewise offer clues at its future exhibition. To really decide the by and large current market capitalization of BTT, we fundamentally duplicate the coursing supply, the boundary that will be in every practical sense, in a real sense made sense of later, by the genuinely present worth of the cryptographic money under survey, which explicitly generally is genuinely critical. Starting today, the market capitalization of Bittorrent actually especially remains at $354 370 win 568, which frames the reason for its in every practical sense present really positioning that generally was referenced before in an unpretentious manner. Yesterday, on October 13, BTT had a market capitalization of $353 692 win 128, showing how this pretty especially specific extremely metric generally is likewise used to check the predominance of Bittorrent corresponding to the remainder of the digital currency market, the progressions in which could likewise offer clues at its future exhibition, which basically is genuinely huge. Which is genuinely critical. Keep going week, on October 7, the market capitalization of the coin being referred to was recorded at $365 win 134 438, which is very huge. A month prior, on September 14, the market worth of Bittorrent was surveyed to outrageously be $370 346 104, versus the thought, which essentially is genuinely huge. Truly complete stock considers the quantity of coins that basically generally have previously been created by different means, for example, through mining incredibly in an unpretentious way. These digital currencies can really be utilized either for truly dynamic exchanging or put away in financial backers' wallets or with overseers, or so they basically explicitly thought in a kind of significant manner. This for the most part in every practical sense. Metric likewise considers the coins that basically have been progressively gotten rid of through the cycle called consuming, which is applied to control the expansion rate, which in every way that really matters is genuinely huge. At this point, the kind of all-out supply of Bittorrent in a real sense generally is laid out at 990,000,000,000,000,000,000 BTT, especially in spite of mainstream thinking. In conclusion, the flowing stockpile especially by and large is utilized to generally in every practical sense ascertain the market capitalization and most certainly truly evaluate the coins essentially really current remaining in the positions, or so they truly thought, which in a real sense is genuinely critical. It indicates the genuinely in general measure of BTT that generally is as of now exchanged across all trades, barring the coins that truly generally are marked, locked, frozen, or briefly in a real sense explicitly put unavailable for general use for reasons unknown, which essentially is genuinely huge. It's by and large truly accepted that digital currencies that in every practical sense generally have a circling supply between 60 million and 150 million truly are the most reasonable for kind of beautiful long-haul speculation, since they fundamentally are generally truly kind of prone to really see the value in esteem over a lengthy timeframe, perhaps many years, while keeping a sensible expansion rate. At this crossroads, Bittorrent explicitly has a flowing stockpile of 951,421,714,286,000 coins in an unobtrusive manner. Over the truly lovely beyond 24 hours, the exchanging volume related with BTT arrived at the mark of $10,622,611 in an every way that really matters, significant way. Yesterday, on October 13, the normal weighted exchanging volume recorded toward the finish of the exchanging time frame commonly remained at $11,442,952, which certainly essentially is genuinely huge, which is genuinely critical. 7 days prior, on October 7, how much BTT that in a real sense really was traded between market members generally explicitly was assessed at $5,822,618, which in a real sense certainly is genuinely critical. Presently certainly comes an opportunity to especially make sense of exhaustively the quintessence of the crypto unpredictability record, CVIX, since it's a highlight of our cost expectation model that permits us to especially explicitly predict the way that Bittorrent will especially follow over the especially next 1 to 5 years, showing how 7 days prior, on October 7, BTT in every practical sense explicitly was esteemed at $0, which for the most part most certainly intends that from that point forward, the cost explicitly has commonly fundamentally vacillated by 0%. CVIX quite as the consequence of the fastidious work of our group of market specialists and programming engineers that surfaced with a kind of exceptional equation for checking and picturing the normal market unpredictability and enhanced it with the imaginative most certainly profound learning calculation that filters through a variety of verifiable market information to in every practical sense, convey the best Bittorrent cost expectation in the business in an